And here it is, the famous Atari Jaguar controller. Yeah, like many people say or think, the worst controller of all time. Now, there are a couple of reasons why people say that this is the worst controller of all time. Now, one reason is that the controller is huge, it's too big. Another thing is the D-pad. Then another thing is that it was too overwhelming, it has too many buttons, and also they didn't like the keypad on the controller. Now, yeah, for number one, it's too big. I have to say it's a really big controller, but it's actually pretty comfortable to play and to hold, and yeah, actually I don't have any issues because it's a pretty big controller. I have to say it is big, but it's not that bad just because it's a bigger controller. Now the D-pad, I have to say, yeah, it feels pretty stiff, and also the D-pad, the height is very low, so doesn't feel that good, but it works actually perfect. And yeah, so this is not really an issue on the controller. Now, saying that this is overwhelming, I guess for the time you could say it is overwhelming, and hey man, I have so much buttons, I'm a little bit scared, let's call it like that. And yeah, this is actually something that I can't understand, because just take Doom for instance. I played Doom on the PC like a lot of other gamers, and well, we all played it with a keyboard, with a PC keyboard, and a PC keyboard even has more buttons than the Atari Jaguar controller. So and I actually never heard anybody complaining that you would have to play the game with a keyboard, and also I never heard anyone said that the keyboard is the worst controller because it was too big, too overwhelming. Yeah, and finally the keypad. Yeah, the keypad is an idea from the late 70s, early 80s. Atari did it before, and not only Atari, also the ColecoVision had it back then also from Mattel, the Intellivision, the controller had the keypad with the overlays. And yeah, like I said, Atari also did it before. They had this keyboard controller, and also this one or this one, and the keyboard controller was used for puzzle games and also for educational software for children on the Atari 2600, and also this one. And this one was the video touchpad for Star Raiders for the Atari 2600, which I have, and it came with the game and also with the controller. So yeah, this was an idea from Atari from the old days, and yeah, I can understand why people hate them, but actually I think this is a pretty cool idea, especially with the overlays, just in this case with Doom. Now this is the overlay, and on the side here you have the flaps, and you just insert them on the sides, and now you can see which button, what you can do with those buttons. Like here you can select the weapons, you can open the map, and also very cool in my opinion is that the system doesn't have a reset button, but if you press the star and the hash button together, then you restart the game or reset the system. And actually I guess this is actually not bad, especially for the time. Now yeah, like I said, another issue with the overlays that many people have is that, you know, getting them out, they have problems with it, or this is really an issue, you can lose them. Yeah, could happen, it should not happen. And with the keypad, what many people said or have issues with it is that when you play the game and you wanna use something or select something, you have to stop playing the game and look at the controller, or you lose focus for a second because you have to look from the screen on the controller. And yeah, I can see this can be an issue, but normally, yeah, you learn the controls, especially if you like a game, then you play it more often than 1 or 2 times. So normally you learn the controls. And I actually think that also the Atari Jaguar controller is kind of a pioneer work in the history of video game controllers, because if we didn't have such controllers like this one, which let's say was a bad idea, then we would not have controllers today like the PlayStation 3 or the Xbox 360 controllers. I mean, with all the shoulder buttons, action buttons, analog sticks, D-pad, select, start, pause, whatever. The only issue or the only thing that I would also have would wanted to have on this controller would be shoulder buttons. And yeah, but this was actually the Atari Jaguar controller. I think it's not that bad and I actually like the controller. But if you don't like it, hey, that's fine by me. Now, Atari also released actually 2 other kinds of controllers for the Atari Jaguar. The second one looks exactly like this one, only the design or the color scheme on the controller is different. It's a light gray one with blue buttons and blue action buttons, and also the keypad and I guess the pause and option button and the D-pad are also black. It was supposed to match the Falcon computers from Atari, and at the end of the lifetime of the Atari Jaguar, I guess it was in '95, Atari released the Pro controller, this one, and it is really improved, because first of all, yeah, now you have shoulder buttons and also you have 3 more action buttons over here. The D-pad is pretty smooth and it's really great fun to play with this controller. I really have to say, like I said before, I don't think that this is actually a bad controller. It's not that bad. But if you don't like this controller, you really should try this one. This is really an improvement in the of the controller, and I also have to say I prefer this one over this one. But like I said, I don't think that this is actually so bad. Now, another improvement is for the overlays. That when you insert the overlay, you play it, you have now a knob on the bottom here, so you can push the finger inside and just take it out, so it can't happen anything to the overlay. And the extra buttons over here and also the shoulder buttons are actually optimized, or by, let's say, they used buttons from the keypad and put them over here. So the left shoulder button is the keypad number 4, the right shoulder button is keypad number 6, and C, Y, X is 7, 8 and 9. And yeah, a couple of games were actually optimized for this controller. It's just a handful of games, like for instance, which one? Yeah, Highlander, Primal Rage, then Missile Command 3D or Missile Commander 3D, and a couple of old games weren't optimized, but you can also the 3 extra buttons over here actually help you in those games. Like for instance, at first when I got this controller, I thought that, hey, now when I play a first-person shooter with the shoulder buttons, I can make side steps, which isn't true, because when you again, take the Doom overlay for instance. Number 4 is the machine gun, and yeah, also the map is X, so wasn't any proof in this game, but when you play Alien vs Predator, one of the best games for this console and also in my opinion, then Z and X are the side steps. Z is for the left side step, X is for the right side step, and Y brings up the map, so it's actually pretty cool. Now, like I said, if you're interested in an Atari Jaguar and you never have played one and you want to get the best experience, I highly recommend this controller if you can get your hands on one of these, because those are actually pretty rare and you would have to pay a little bit to get one of those. But okay, these were the controllers that were released for the system. Then I also have another accessory for the system, this one right here. This is the Team Tab. This is the box of the Team Tab, and it was sold separately and also with a game, with this one right here, White Man Can Jump, which is a basketball game, and yeah, also on the front it says Team Tab compatible, and only 2 games used the Team Tab, because with this Team Tab you connect it to the system and now you can hook up 4 Atari Jaguar controllers, and you could also buy another one and then you could hook it up to 8 players. And yeah, like I said, only White Man Can Jump was compatible with the Team Tab, and also NBA Jam. So these were the only 2 games which were compatible with the Team Tab. Okay, these were the controls and the accessories that I have. And now we move on to the CD add-on.